as a matter of trivia, is it true that India gave up the opportunity in the 1940s for a permanent seat on the UN in favor of China? You read that every now and then.
Yeah, you
in the
read
press.
that, and of course, a lot of people have said this, but I really have come across no hard evidence that we were offered that it was a hard offer. The US and the Soviets said this from time to time, but in the Cold War, it was almost certain that if the Western power said it, the Eastern power would say no. Because it was a bipolar world, and it is highly unlikely that any diplomacy was so skillful that you were fine with both sides. In fact, it was a time you had to choose sides. So I would say that even if this offer was made, and perhaps the offer was made by one or the other party, it was not something which would really get acted upon. So I don't give much credence to this view. But I think now it is time to make it clear, because the global order is disintegrating, that if you really don't want to have this situation reach a point of no return, you have to reform the Security Council. And by any stretch of imagination, demographically, territorially, economically, in terms of contribution to the UN peacekeeping forces, on any scale, India is an obvious candidate. I mean, you can't rule out India on any. We are the world's most populous country. We are the seventh most largest country territorially. We will be, by the end of this decade, by any stretch of imagination, the third largest economy. We have the second largest contribution of military forces to UN peacekeeping operations. I mean, on any scale, if you look at our diaspora abroad, the number of students abroad, I mean, how do you leave out India and then still claim that we are democratizing the international system? I mean, if 1 out of every 6 people is an Indian and she or he has no say, then you are not democratizing the world. So I think the time has come.